You do.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, it says we're live, but it never actually
Oh,
is. Have you
really?
ever actually gone back and watched the beginning, like I said, and showed it?
There we go.
Hello, are
Yeah.
we live? Are we on? Are we
Are we
on?
on? Well, I see the chat now. The chat's
Oh,
going.
here we go.
Yeah, it looks like
Okay,
we're
I got
live
the chat.
now. Yeah. Wow, this week has been an incredibly crazy week. I was even in the hospital, and I didn't even think I was going to make it here on time tonight to get the show started on time. Dominic and Chris were going to come on and get the show going. But luckily, I got here just in the nick of time, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. So let's get the show started. I'm looking forward to it. And good evening, United States Drone Society. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Dominic. Hey, Chris. How you guys doing?
Yeah,
Good
good.
evening.
Still a
Yeah.
little sore from my surgery from the end of October, but hopefully, I'll get better. So,
Yeah, you had a little bit of bad news this week. You want to share that and get the negatives out of the way real quick?
well, yeah, I applied for a job a couple of weeks ago for a company that makes UUV, um, drones for, the Navy and Woods Hole and everything. So, I was excited about getting that. I had really good interviews, aced them all, did well, did the tour. And then the day later, they had another interview with one other prospect, and he got the job instead because he has a little more experience with the electrical harnesses and things that they produce for these underwater drones. So, a little bummed about that, but hopefully, things look better in the future. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, it just wasn't meant to be. I'm sorry you didn't get it. I know you were looking forward
Mhm.
and hoping that you did get it.
There's a lot
Maybe
more money.
something. Yeah, maybe something better will come along. I did think that it was really cool how you were going to be doing drone. It was
Mhm.
parts. Was it drones? Underwater drones, right?
Yeah, they manufacture them there at this
Mm.
company, which is only 30 minutes away from us.
Yeah.
But it's I applied for another job that's going to be making more, so we'll see how that goes this week.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get more into that as we get into the night. I think we should get in and say hi to the chat before it gets too crazy because I can see it scrolling at the bottom. We'll get way
Hmm.
far behind. So we had Jody, it looks like, was first. If someone else was first, this is the first one I see. I'm sorry. I'm usually here an hour early, but not tonight. I don't even know how I made it on time. It's a miracle. So they do happen. I'll tell you that. We got Ron in the house. How you doing, Ron? Glad to have you here. And Don, how you doing, Don?
Donald.
Hey
And
guys.
Bud Bieber, he's in the house. He'll be joining us for open chat. And shout out to Bud Bieber. He's been helping out with Community Corner every week, doing a great job. I
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have two tonight because he made one last week, but we weren't able to do the show, and so we're gonna have two.
Someone forgot.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah, I wasn't being able to do it this week until my hand gets better. It's kind of hard to
Yeah,
make edits and all that. It's just a little too much.
yeah, all good. Great community effort, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Dominic's in the house. Thank you, Dominic. And Steve's in the
Dominic.
house. How you doing, Steve? Glad to have you here.
Hey.
Hey, Steve.
Let me see here. And Angie's in the house. How you doing, Angie? Glad to have you here.
Hello.
It's been a while since she's been on the show. I know she's always super busy. We got Bill Walton in the house. How you doing, Bill? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Bill. Been a
And
while since
Jim's,
I've been on the show too.
yeah. And Jim's in the house. He'll be joining us for open chat.
Hey, Jim.
Whoa, that was weird. My scrolling just got all funky. And my number one supporter, my wife. So much.
Hey, Ash.
And a real big shout out to my family this week. I'll get into it after as we get into the show, but this has been a trying week, and I'll tell you, I'm thankful I have my family and my friends. I absolutely do.
Mm-hmm.
And Maria Davis is in the house tonight, and I definitely want to stop and give my condolences to her. She lost a close dear friend, and then had a an accident, and she's here tonight. She's joining us, so hopefully we can cheer up for a bit and maybe put her in some good spirits because she's had an awful week. So but my condolences for the loss, and if you want to talk about that tonight, you absolutely can. And Jeff's in the house. How you doing, Jeff? Glad to have you here.
Yeah, Jeff.
And Brian's in the house. How you doing, Brian? Glad to have you here.
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
And Bud Bieber.
Bud.
Bud Bieber, he'll get Captain Clutch. I think we'll call him Captain Clutch. He's always there if you need him. Like, hey, Bud, you want to guest co-host? Yeah, I got it. Hey, Bud, you want to edit something for it? Yeah, I got it. So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah. We got Jeff Norman in the house. How you doing, Jeff? Glad to have you here. He'll be joining us open chat. We're actually going to feature a video of his. I believe it was while he was at the Vegas drone meetup, which I feel so detached. I've been promoting that, and I feel so detached from it because of my crazy week that I really don't know much about it. So maybe we can learn a little bit tonight, or at least I can. And Lisa's in the house. How you doing, Lisa?
Hey,
Glad.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Hello, Lisa.
And my son Benjamin, who on Friday had his
What's
9th
up?
birthday. My birthday boy. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Ben.
Happy birthday,
Hey.
Ben.
We'll talk about Ben's birthday also.
What's up?
A lot to talk about tonight. And we got Angel in the house. How you doing, Angel? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Angel.
Hey, Jerry Bauer. How you doing? Haven't seen your name in a while. Glad to see you here. Hope everything's
Harry.
going okay for you. And trusty Nightbot.
Good
Nightbot,
evening, Nightbot.
set it and forget it. Oh, Captain Ray's in the house. How you doing, Captain Ray? Thanks for
Hello,
joining us.
Captain Ray. Living it up down in Florida.
Oh, yeah, Captain Ray. Flee in the cold. It's that time of year. I'm staying.
Not much of a choice, really.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I guess you always have a choice. Hey, Marcel's in the house. How you doing, Marcel? Glad to have you
Hey,
here.
Marcel.
Yeah, for those
Oh,
who
it's been a
didn't
minute.
know, yeah, I was on Marcel's show recently. Go back and check it out, Marcel. If you want to share the link to your channel, go right ahead. Oh, and thank you so much. Hit that. Dominic, you can hit that sound, right?
No. Which one?
Okay. Not sure. I have it right here.
Yeah, merch up, man.
Oh, okay.
It's your voice. That's you all day. Hey, we got Lee.
Yeah, I know.
Lee.
I'm trying to keep my eye on too many things here.
Yeah. Glad to have you here, Lee. And we got Arco in the house. How you doing, Art?
Hello, Art.
Hey, Artie.
And let me see here. Wow, there are so many names in chat. W Drones, how
I
you
know.
doing, Daryl? Glad to have you here.
Hi, Daryl.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Right.
And Don Hill's in the house. How you doing, Don?
Hey,
Another
Don.
name I haven't seen in a while. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Maybe I did see it. Maybe you was here the last show. I don't know. I don't think I've seen your name in a while though. But yeah,
Yeah,
glad to have you back.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It looks like we got everybody there. Wow, that was a lot of
Yeah,
names. Thanks.
finally. Okay.
Yeah, thank you everybody for
I'll
joining. So
keep an
with
eye
that,
on it.
yeah, with that, we'll play Community Corner and then get back to the show.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
You said you had two of them, right?
Yeah, so we have two of them. I'm going to play the other one a little later in the show, kind of like how we used to do, Sunday Spectacular and Best of the Rest. I appreciate Bud helping out with those. Those are great.
Thank you, bud.
I like his chill vibe in music too. I can kind of feel like
Mm.
everybody has their own style in music, and that one kind of like that fits Bud, like chilling in a lounge, drinking on a whiskey, the music playing soft in the background. Yep, I see him back there. He's celebrating that. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, and Leonard's in the house. How you doing, Leonard? And Angie did say, has anybody heard from Warren Akarashi? I haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, I've seen him recently.
Oh, okay. Good, good.
I'd
So,
like to get him on the show. Nobody
yeah.
knows who he is. Really
Yes,
is.
we need to track him down.
Yeah. Wasn't he supposed to go to the South Florida drone
South
meet and didn't
Florida
end up
drone
making it?
meetup. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mystery Warren. Yeah, that'll be cool. So with that, let's bring our chat panel in here. Might as well. We got everybody here. Good
Let's
evening,
go.
everybody. Hello.
Good evening.
So before we get into the update for the show, Maria, would you like some time to talk? Would you like to say anything? Or
Not really. Just
want
that
to? Okay.
I lost somebody I've known for 40 years. That was like a second mom to me on Friday. And I lost my car the same day. Hit a giant boulder in the road, had no warning, no way to avoid it. And now I need an engine in my car because it cracked the block. So,
That sucks.
you know,
Yeah, and they weren't able to get the driver responsible either, so nobody to hold liable either. So
no, it's going to cost at least minimum of $5,000 just to put an engine in the car. And
Oh,
I only have liability insurance, so yeah, it's coming out of pocket.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Anybody want to buy some drones? Because I'm thinking about I'm gonna have to sell my drones in order to make this happen. So,
I think
gotta-
7 is enough in my family right now.
Yeah,
I got an Air 2S and an Avata 2 Fly More package that I flew literally once. So
yeah,
I'm toying with that idea. It's not a guaranteed thing, but I might do it if it comes down to it.
yeah. Now, and you said your insurance not going to cover anything. You just have liability.
Yep, $1,000 deductible, liability only. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of like, well, I guess I was just hit by a meteor. That's the way it is.
yeah, yeah. Life throws a lot of curveballs. I feel like this week has been, in general, crazy. Not just for myself. I've heard some crazy stories out there this week. Not just, with you, and then Chris is still having his issues and not getting the job he wanted. So it's you know, having somewhere to go on Sunday and sit down and relax and unwind is
Mm.
kind of what's important for me. And
Where are you? You're up there.
that kind of leads us where we're going tonight. We're talking about a show and an update. So I'm going to say it outright. I'm going to start off and say that the United States Drone Society show will end when we hit 100 episodes. We have 3 episodes left. I believe this is number 97. And I think we're going to have a little contest planned for the last episode. And I'm going to do some special giveaways because I recently got a message from a DGI employee out of Washington, D.C. that we'll discuss. And we're going to do some giveaways for the last show of the USDS show. But that's not going to be the end of Sunday's show. So I'm going to continue to do a show every week, but I need to reinvent. I need to do something new. I need to be re-inspired. I'm uninspired with the United States Drone Society show outright. The amount of time I've spent producing this show over the last 2 years has been just incredible. And I found myself burnt out and not wanting to do this and not wanting to do that for the show any longer. And I think that if I'm going to change the show so fundamentally and stop doing all sorts of different things for it, that I think the best thing to do would be to end the show and reinvent something new. So I think that we're going to have what I'm going to call the Sundown Sunday show, where I think from now on Sundays we're going to get together and just have what we do every week, a wind down show about drones, inspire each other like we have with whatever we create. But I think I really am going to separate it from the Facebook Association only because we have a group of over 5,000 members and we still have the same YouTube crowd here every week.
It's only 5
The
likes.
idea was to try to unite the two, unite the people on Facebook with the people on YouTube. And I just dedicated everything that I had, every ounce of energy that I had, I dumped into this. And when people thought, and I was talking about this with Maria this past week, that while everybody thought that it was me spreading inspiration to the community, it was the opposite. The community was inspiring me to create. Okay, you all inspired me to do that, and I want to get back to that. So I need to reinvent and I need to start something new. So I want to bring you all on this journey with me. So, we're still going to do the same. We're still going to have a Sunday show, but I want to go in a new direction and start something fresh. So if you guys are down and willing to do that with me, we can keep this going. So,
Well, here's an idea. I mean,
I'm here for you.
Dominic is Dom's always at a strip club. Just have him show the girls.
yeah.
That'll go over well.
We might get more than 15 likes then.
I don't know what
Sorry, Dom.
YouTube's policy is on that, but you may get
We don't
some
wanna
more
know.
viewers, and you may
No,
lose.
we would have to put educational at the start. If we use the word educational, I think we can get away with it.
It's documentary style.
Yeah, documentary.
Yeah. And in all fairness, I have people that are
Okay.
actual channel members to the group, and I'm assuming that there might be a couple of people who are on like an automatic renewal that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The guns are out.
Yep. Now, I know that there might be people who might be auto-subscribed to my channel and don't realize it still, or there might be people who just don't unsubscribe because they don't want to hurt my feelings. But I want to say, I've looked past the fact of trying to make money off of YouTube. I'm not really interested in pursuing that any further. If you want to cancel your membership, that's fine because when I make this change, I'm going to actually cancel my membership programs as they are now and reinvent a new one. So, which will be fair because anybody who's subscribed now will automatically be canceled. No one will be left paying when they don't need it because I am fundamentally changing the show, and I think that's the best
That's
option.
cool.
So, if people decide they want to continue on, they are making a conscious decision to do so. So, out of
To
transparency,
redo it.
yeah,
Redo it.
I'll do that because once I cancel the programs, they will auto unenroll anybody who's enrolled in them. But for the people that have been supporting all this time, I really do appreciate it. You've made, a difference in the show. You've helped it go on longer than I ever imagined it would. I really did. I just wanted to, like I said, I felt inspired by this community, and I just wanted to create and share with you guys. And this is what it became. So uh, I'm completely happy.
Almost 100 shows. When we started this, we didn't think we'd get to
Almost.
100.
Yeah, and 100, and the amount of work that goes into that 100 shows is
Hmm.
it's
And
just
you've had some good people on the show too.
yeah, it's
Great
been
people. Some are still here too.
yep, exactly. So
You don't mind,
I'll
Jim.
throw it around before we move on to other topics. I'll throw it around to anybody on the floor who wants to discuss the change.
I'm
Well,
good with it.
Sounds good to me.
I
You're
got
the bo-
something that
you're the boss. You're the creator, and you have every reason to do what you think is best for you and for the community.
Did you
so it's
say
still going to be about
Sunday
drones.
sound? Did you say Sunday sundowner?
Yeah, the Sundays, either sundown Sunday show or vice versa. But yeah, I kind of was thinking like it's all well, it's 8 o'clock Eastern time, so for me it's evening.
It's
Uh,
not sundown for you though.
Yeah, not right now.
No,
It was
because
sundown 4 hours ago.
yeah,
But no, the idea is I thought we get together every week, we talk about drones, and we unwind from the busy week. See, on this show, all the news that happened all week in the drone world has already gone by. We get to Sunday, we're
yeah,
starting a fresh week. So what do we got to talk about? So we
Weather.
unwind and we
Weather ahead.
yeah, so
That's it.
yeah.
That's all you got is the weather
Mhm.
ahead. Right?
and it's Monday morning here, so
Yeah. And Ron says my wife is already mad about all the streams I watch.
mm,
Mm, yeah.
I used to watch more streams, but it got to the point where there were just so many of them. I couldn't keep up with them, so I got to
This
the
is the
point
only
where I
one.
needed more time for myself.
This is the only stream I watch. I'd love to watch so many other great
Mhm.
streams out there, and I know there's great streams out there. I don't have
there's
all
a
the time
couple
in
of
the
good
world
ones.
for
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
If any of you know Johnny Alfonso, he does a really good job of keeping up with all of the drone shows when
Love
they're
Johnny.
on.
Okay.
So I would say if you have time, that's the best thing to do is contact Johnny Alfonso.
I'm
For
gonna go get my Johnny Alfonso hat.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
he puts up a
Two of
list every now and then of the
yeah.
shows, channels, and
He
who their
gives it
guns
out
are. Yeah.
laminated at the South Florida Drone Meetup. Honestly,
Yeah,
I have an older one because it changes almost every week. Um,
good idea.
I had a drone show for a while there when we first started the United States Drone Society show. I
Yeah.
did the midweek drone show, but it was staggered because I had just got back into a job after being out for so long from hand and wrist problems that I only had 5 shows, but they're still up there if you want to watch them.
Yeah, mine is still up on my channel, where we've had some real fun on those.
Yeah. So, yeah, Jeff, uh, can you tell us something about the? I know probably everybody's heard about it, but I really I'm so disconnected this
We're
past
looking
week.
at that.
well,
I'm curious about the trip to the Vegas drone meet. How did things go?
Show us.
well, of the 31 people that are here, not everyone has heard about it. And plus people gonna watch the show afterwards. So, um, there was a drone meetup known as Spin Up. I believe Kelly Shores did that, and when he decided it wasn't something he wished to continue, uh, primarily two gentlemen who now live in Las Vegas, Bob Dempsey and Tom Dowling, decided it was a good weekend to do that. Um, it's the weekend of Veterans Day, and they did a really good job on arranging for a discount at a hotel at a lovely resort and getting a lot of sponsors that gave a lot of stuff away. They gave away, I think, two Neos, at least one Neo, two um, Osmo Action Cam 5, the creator kits, an Air 3S. There was free and non-alcoholic beer at this event at the park. They got permission from the park. They got a search and rescue to come, Las
Nice.
Vegas PD to come. You got to meet and rub elbows with a lot of people in the drone community that are very active. Ken Dono, Ken Herron, Billy Kyle,
Billy Kyle, yeah.
Vic Moss. Shoot, I don't want to forget.
All the best. All the
Yes.
best.
And we were all up on the stage answering questions one morning at breakfast. There was a breakfast included that was sponsored. There was a drink that was sponsored. There were side trips. It was very well done, very well organized, and they're really good guys. And they already said, we're definitely doing a second one. And one of the bigger sponsors, which is Pilot Institute, Greg was there as well, and he said he's definitely sponsoring it again. And the DJI people that were there was actually DJI people there. He was very positive about it as well. So I think overall it was great. There's a lot of things to see in that area. I will caution you that in the city of Las Vegas, there is a lot, obviously, of law enforcement eyes watching to make sure you don't do anything stupid, and you do need your permissions. You do have to be a 107. You do need permissions either through drone zone, and you
Echo.
do, not me.
Okay, I'm sorry. What happened? I hadn't added it to the screen yet, but I was getting ready to share the video.
Okay.
And I exited it. When you're ready for me to share it, let me know and I'll redo it. But
Right.
that's where the echo came from. Sorry.
And the perfect time. This is one of the places that is definitely you need a permit, and it's called the Sphere. It was opened up a little over a year ago. They have concerts inside and plays, certain events. They have documentary films. They have an exhibition. It's like a minimum of $100 to walk in there, but it's so amazing. I think it's a 16K screen that
16K
inside, and the
Yeah.
outside. I didn't go in because I didn't have time. It really was an in and out type of meeting. I had to come, be back pretty quick. I went in Thursday and came back Sunday on a red eye. But the outside, you'll see a lot of pictures and video here. I'm actually very proud of this video, and I've gotten a lot of views on it. The outside's only 1080p, believe it or not, regular old high def, but it's a gorgeous facility on the inside and outside.
Oh, a half a mile away, 1080p looks pretty nice.
I landed at the airport, and it was at least 3 miles from there, and I could see it during the day, but at night, in fact, they made it so bright that they're typically showing it at about 30% brightness. It could be much brighter, and the people in the hotels complained, I guess, the guests, because it was so bright. But feel free to show it. And it's only a minute 19. I always try to keep my videos as short as possible so we don't bore anyone.
It's
Yeah,
good
and
video.
I'll mute my mic
First
so that
grade.
we don't get that echo. Hopefully.
Okay.
That is crazy. I said that. That is crazy.
Wow.
What
That was-
drone
that
did
was
you shoot that
incredible.
with?
Thank
Well
you.
done, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what
You
would be
made good
cool?
on that special use permit.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Um, I also got my OPSA for people waiver this month, so I can do some sustained flight for particular types of events and streets like that. For a lower weight drone, it has to be 399 grams or less. But yeah, I got. You have to have lots of permits because you will be rolled up on almost certainly. Almost
Question.
certainly. Yes.
Question. You didn't say the beyond visual line of sight. You said what?
Ops over people.
Oh,
I did
okay.
not get BVLOS. I could if I want to. If I need to, I'll apply for it. But
Okay.
I don't need that right now. But I did need ops over people because some of the things that I do with occasionally real estate, but a lot of events that I do, sporting events, cultural events, you're close to over people. So
Do you
rather
need
than
to parachute?
only if you have a heavier drone, you need a parachute. If you have a Mini
Yeah.
3 Pro, a Mini 3, a Mini 4 Pro, which is what I have, you need prop guards. You need strobes on it. Obviously, it still has to be less than 399 grams. But you have to tell them very specifically what you're going to be doing, not time and date specifically, but the types of events that you're covering.
That's where the kinetic energy comes
Yep.
in with
Right.
the weight
That's
limit.
why.
Yeah.
That's why prop guards
Kilojoule.
are important.
Yeah. Now, you guys weren't the only ones that had a meetup. I know that Dominic had a meetup in
Yep.
Australia.
Yes,
And
he
Yes,
did.
before
we
we
did.
talk, and before we get into Dominic's meetup, I had an interesting thing that I found out, and I have a question, and I think we can discuss it in the chat. So I just want to know who's going to solve the issue that there are 3.5 million people in Uruguay, right? And there are 50 million kangaroos in Australia, meaning that if the kangaroos think about invading Uruguay, each person has to step up and fight 14 kangaroos.
They're gonna lose.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
there's that. So,
Hey,
I
you
know
know
how
what?
to disarm a kangaroo, though.
That's just something I can fall asleep by.
You can't box a kangaroo. You got to get like down low, and then they chill out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
So you know
Right,
that
Tom?
sphere, that sphere in Vegas. Wouldn't it be cool if they like put the Death Star on it?
Yeah.
So you're the second
Oh
person this
yeah.
week that has said that. They may have, or maybe a licensing issue. Remember
Yeah, that
that's
would be cool.
they're advertising on that. They advertised the Eagles concert that was inside. They're advertising Yellowstone, and then they just do cool stuff to keep
Oh
people's
my god, that's
attention.
the biggest fucking billboard ever.
I
Yeah.
know. You could have
Seriously.
like TIE fighters going around it, and
Yeah, you could
so
make it,
much.
and there's a sound system on the outside because while we were the
Oh
me and
god,
the guy
neighbors must love that.
the VO that was with me, we were there for a couple hours, and they were playing the beginning of Hotel California by the Eagles while they were inside. And I went, wait a second, I heard that again. They're not performing the first 10 seconds four times of that song. So the speakers outside, you could definitely play Death Star music. It would be awesome, but
That would be cool. And
How far
even the
can you
TIE
hear the
fighter
music
sounds
from?
going around it,
Disney, I assume, is like the
Oh yeah.
Eagles on YouTube. If you do something that they don't approve of, they will shut it down really fast. If
Oh
any of
yeah.
you try to put on any music, Eagles music on YouTube with any of your videos, it will not be up there for 60 seconds even. They're one of the
Kangaroo.
All right. Might I point everybody to this comment
My
down
ball.
below?
Good one.
This
Too.
is the
That's
winner right
comment
here.
of the year.
Best comment. Absolutely.
That
Kangaroo
is
love it.
the
Uruguay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Oh,
kangaroo.
William.
wow. Look at this. Look who's in the house.
William.
He's back.
William, brother, how you doing?
Yes.
Wow, William's in the house. Glad to see you, man.
VLOS.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah, you
like
heard the
him
bunker, all
coming on the
right.
show dressed up in the Men in Black garb.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
That was
need
fun.
we
He
need
hasn't seen
more
the
of
light
that.
of day. He's
Hey,
in a
Paul,
bunker.
did you want me to talk about the incident at the National Preserve?
Well, not just yet. I wanted Dominic to tell us about his meetup in
Oh, yeah.
Australia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a
Hey, Ted.
meetup on the. I'm trying to work out. It
Hi,
would have
Ted.
been the 5th of November, which is basically your election day. But by the time we had it, it was Monday night for you. So I met up with Matt Northeast, Mars, Brett Gizmo Drones and Brett from Visual Victorian
something.
Aerial Vision, something like that. Yeah, and we went to a place called Yan Yin, and it's it's what do you call it? It's a reservoir, depending where you come from,
Wow.
and we just flew in around, and we had FPV drones. We had an orange Mavic 3. We had another Mavic 3. We had my Mini 2, and we had another Mini 3 there. And we just sat there and we just had some fun. We just sat there and had a bit of a yak, and then we went out to dinner after that. So it was a really enjoyable day. So we'll hopefully do that again. So no
Yeah, yeah,
worries, guys.
yeah. Ron had to say something in the chat, so Ben's over here flexing on him now. Yeah. Hey, William, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. I've been working on my health. I actually had a health scare this week. I ended up in the hospital. I thought I was having a heart attack. My anxiety was so bad. Uh, I just want to say that while we get on that subject, um, right before the day before Ben's birthday, I had this lead up. I've been having some real massive anxiety and panic the past week. And the day before Ben's birthday, I started to have these heart palpitations, some real chest discomfort. And it got so bad that I decided, hey, is my camera lagging, by the way?
No,
No,
you're fine.
looks fine.
Okay, I'm looking at it. I look like I'm stuttering, so I just want to make sure it's working good. It
Nope,
does.
that's
That's,
fine.
that's just you, Paul.
All
No,
right, great.
Benjamin's like
He's
lagging.
doing
Yeah. But yeah, it got so bad I ended up dialing 911 and I went to the hospital.
Oh,
You know,
Hey, gotta
yeah,
take care of yourself.
Hmm.
yeah. Well, it's concerning because I'm making all these changes. I've changed my diet and I'm trying to get
Big
some
time.
exercise more. And so when you make a lot of drastic changes, maybe these things are what could be causing all the anxiety going on in my life. But it's been really busy. It's been really hectic. And sometimes it just feels overwhelming. And but that's the thing about anxiety. It causes panic, and that panic sometimes just it's different every time. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's just that different where you're like, I know I suffer from anxiety and panic,
Hmm.
but maybe this is the heart attack. I've made a lot of changes, and this could be so. To be safe, I went to the hospital and got checked out, and
Yeah,
luckily, it wasn't a heart attack. It was just my anxiety. But I did get some good news when they ran my blood work. My blood sugar was at 145, which is still high because 100 and under is normal. But considering that just a few months ago I was pushing 300s,
whoa.
and
yeah.
I'm not taking
Take your
any.
time getting there.
Yeah, so it takes some time to get there, and I'm getting there. And my cholesterol levels were all fine, and all my other blood work was right where it should be.
That's good.
So there's that. So just if you're having trouble and you're not sure, get help. Don't hesitate.
Yeah,
That
never.
yeah,
Yeah, never just say it's another panic attack because I've been there, Paul. I mean, I've had some right after my mom passed. I was in the hospital a bunch of times within weeks, and but there is help. I mean, I started taking Lexapro, which is like a clean form of citalopram. It's called escitalopram, and it actually, I took it in. I started taking it in August of 21. I haven't had a panic attack since. So it really helped me. It actually saved my life. So I mean, there's options out there.
yeah.
I know some people don't
There's
like
always
taking
options.
pills, but
Well,
there's
and I
other
want
ways
to
to do
actually, and I want to give a big shout out of all people. I want to give a big shout out to Jeff Norman because Jeff Norman actually contacted me on the daily, and you know what? I was waiting on a call from one of my one of my doctors, one of my team, and I answered the phone for Jeff in the middle of a panic attack. I was having a panic attack. I picked up the phone
it.
for
Oh,
Jeff, thinking it was my doctor, And I'm like, Jeff, I could barely breathe, and I'm like, I got to call you back. And so he's been very supportive this week. So I want to give you a great big shout out. And that's the only reason I answered the phone for you is because I thought you were my doctor. Otherwise, I would have let you go to voicemail that time. So thank you.
Jeff, thank you.
I've been there.
Of course, of course, you're important to me as a friend, and you should still be a good human being to everyone who's in your life and check on them. I try to live by that.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
And I tried to do the same thing. I didn't see what
Bud,
happened with
geez.
Maria the day that it happened.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and when Maria,
Honestly.
I seen her post, I was a day late because I was in the middle of chaos. But I made sure that I found time to call her because I wanted her to know that. Yeah,
That was very kind because not too many people called or texted or anything. There were a lot of comments on Facebook, but no direct contact like that. So that meant a lot. So thank you so much.
yeah. Hey, and Ollie's in the house. How you doing, Ollie? Glad to have you too. And Warren, we were talking about you earlier in the show. I was hoping you were doing okay.
Come and join
Glad to
us.
see ya. Yeah. And Ollie's in the house. How you doing, Ollie? Glad to have you.
Ollie.
Yeah.
OG.
sky control.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's still pretty sunny over there in Hawaii. I think.
Yeah.
Cool
maybe.
cat.
I want
So
to
I
shout
think
out to.
that we've- Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Who was saying something?
I just wanted to shout out to Ted Nemeth. I saw his latest video today
Oh, awesome.
about being
I think
creative
we
in
should
your
all go
midlife
out and buy a
crisis years.
motorbike.
Oh yeah,
And I want
I
to
love
say,
Ted shows. I love Ted
Yeah.
shows. Ted, I watch them all the time, man.
and I've been watching Ted's new videos, and over the course of the last, I would say 4 or 5 videos, he's had somewhat of a shift in how he focuses his energy in his videos, and I've noticed it, and I love the new style. He's really
He's
coming in.
always shifting. He's
Yeah,
always
so
shifting.
go check out Ted's videos. I think they're really interesting, and he's throwing in some of his leather work in
Yeah.
there. Like I love
Oh
it.
yeah,
Ted, great stuff.
yeah. All his past experiences shape
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
future. I love that.
Ted
Yeah.
Nemeth is a Renaissance man. He does many things, and he does them
Yes.
with passion, and he does them well.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. We acknowledge that.
Let's go and buy a motorbike then.
All right, I'm gonna set up to show the next
Gotcha, Ted.
Sunday spectacular.
You mean the
Sorry,
community
community corner. Sorry, community corner. My
Close
brain,
enough.
I've had so much on my mind. I'm saying weird stuff, and yeah.
Well,
Why
we
don't
used
You're
to
not
have.
the only one.
for your new show, why don't you just take something in honor of this show and call it Sunday Spectacular?
Because I want to be inspired again, and for that, I feel like I need to do something. I need to be
Reboot.
reborn. I need to reboot, reborn. I want to start fresh with a fresh idea. I already have an idea that I want to roll with, but I need to. I need to create something different. I can't explain that. I just have to. I want to. I'm going to try to impress. I'm still going to try to impress and do the best that I can, but I just need to be able to create something new. I need to. If I'm going to continue to like be engaged on YouTube, I feel like the more that I do the same stuff, then the less interest I show in it. So I need to be reborn basically and try something a new, not a completely new direction, but maybe just a shift on the focus a bit is all.
DMT helps.
Oh, and yeah, I also before we end the show tonight, I want to talk a little bit about that Tyson fight, which was something else.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read about it,
Why?
and
Yeah.
I read about it.
geez.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
well,
you know what? Wait, let's show Bud's second community corner because I have a feeling as soon as we talk about that boxing match, he's not going to want to be here.
Yeah, drones are out the window once it comes. Great shots.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
community.
Vic
Yeah.
Moss got some really good ones there.
Yeah.
Thank you. So as far as the Mike Tyson fight, I'll keep it short and sweet. All I want to say is I was really hoping Tyson was
Picked.
going to win that fight, but him in training was totally different than 2 days
Yep.
later in the fight. That's all I'm
Mhm.
going to say. What happened? I don't know. Yeah, we'll
It
leave it
was
at that.
rigged. It was rigged.
It's
Yeah,
money. It's money.
I can't
It was in his
unsee that
contract.
now.
It was in his contract. He's like, just don't kill Jake Paul. Let him look good. And
It depended on how many rounds it went, whether he knocked him out or not. He made a specific. I saw the thing. He made a specific amount based on how many rounds he went, if he knocked him out or not. If he knocked him out within less than 2 rounds, he'd lose the $20 million.
Yeah.
yep.
It had to last at least 3 rounds. If it went all 8 rounds, it's so convoluted. It sounds so crazy. And Jake Paul even admitted, and everyone can look it up, that he pulled back at the end. He didn't want to hurt him, but he didn't want to get hurt either. And
Yeah.
he knew he had it at that point. So
Well,
I didn't even watch the
Tyson was
thing.
tired by
but
that time
yeah.
anyway.
Well, I can tell you, I was excited about watching the fights, and I think that the Serrano and Taylor fight was enough excitement for the entire night. So it was
Oh
a, it
no,
was a
that was too much.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what everyone's like. That's a better fight.
Broke Netflix too, I heard.
yeah, the excitement was just the fun part of it all. You know, I needed some of that excitement after all the craziness. I had been looking forward to it, and I know. Hey, Bud, I'm just curious. What is it? I know that you're not a fan of boxing. I'm not trying to incite any anger from you here. I'm just curious. What is it about boxing that you don't like? You,
Okay, so I went to a military high school,
yep.
and if
Uh-oh.
you had a bone to pick with a guy, you got in the ring on Saturday and tried to pummel each other. And needless to say, at 135 pounds, I lost most of my fights. So yeah,
Oh,
boxing don't do nothing for me.
yeah. See, I grew up in an era I used to love watching it, and I think it's you know how you're like a product of your environment. So if you grow up and you see, so for me, I always was excited by it because to me, I always saw these guys as real courageous warriors to stand in the ring, like where most people would say, "No, I don't want part of that conflict." And you got two people just going in there, let's kill each other. I mean, I get kudos whether you're a fan of the sport or not. I mean, you got to admit you got giant balls of steel to do stuff like
No,
that.
I won't argue that.
Yeah.
What's the other
Yeah,
one?
I like
MMA?
I like the
Is that where they just literally beat the shit out of each other?
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
much.
it's full contact MMA. Yeah, so they
Yeah.
don't just do boxing; they're allowed to do all different martial art forms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
boxing ain't what it used to be. It seems that the big boxing matches are just celebrities trying to, cash in, and it's the same thing with the Roy Jones Jr. Tyson fight. Nobody won, and then what was all the what was it McGregor and Mayweather? They
yeah,
were all just
Yeah.
exhibition fights where it doesn't even matter anymore.
yeah,
It's like I used to watch boxing where that match mattered. Like De La Hoya goes against Trinidad, things like that. You know, even going back to Ali and Frazier, and things like that. It's like when it actually mattered, and now it just seems the ones that draw the big bucks are all just people trying to cash in,
It's
and it's always
entertainment.
rigged.
You gotta deal with it. It's
yeah.
entertainment. It's,
Now, Jeff, you're used to flying like and doing the unlock requests and all that. When they have like an event like that, I believe they were in Dallas. Um, when they have an event like that, they'll shut down the airspace around the event, right?
almost always, yes, even though it's an indoor arena because they realize people are coming in and out.
Yeah,
So
I'm
they'll
just
use TFR even on closed stadiums, even though no one's flying over the crowd.
yeah. Well, would it be the same rules, the same style TFR for a boxing event as it would be for like a football event?
Pretty much.
Okay, so there's
Ask
four
crowd.
sports that automatically have what's called a stadium TFR, and it's NASCAR, and I think Formula One is in that as well. NCAA football, MLB, and NFL football. So if you have that type of event and the stadium holds 30,000 seats, from 1 hour before to 1 hour after the event, including the
Automatic.
time of automatically, you cannot fly within a certain perimeter. Um, Everything else has to be requested by the venue or the host of the event, and they can shut it down. And they typically do because they realize people are here. and they don't want people flying over that many people, for the purposes of safety. So yeah, so they almost certainly there was. Obviously, I didn't check because I wasn't in the Dallas area.
Seems like
Yeah.
you got to pull a lot of papers to fly. Well,
Well, the people that work for the venues, like right now, I'm watching the Cincinnati LA Chargers game. Whoever's covering it, which is NBC, they have permits to fly there, and they're the only ones.
yeah. It's not
We've
the
got 'em
blimp
here too.
anymore, huh? It's
Mo-
Typically
mo-
not. You'll see because it moves much. It's lower and it moves much faster. It's actually a much better show, much better video when it's lower and for drones
Yeah,
and it's moving around
Mhm.
yeah.
than it is for
same
the
here.
clip. It's really far.
Yeah. Maria, were you signaling? Did you have a question?
No, somebody said hi. I was waving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And Bud, go ahead.
Well, okay, you're all talking football. I know none of you golf and watch the PGA, but they're using drones and they're
Mhm.
I watched
flying
it. Yeah,
FPVs. And I mean, it's
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
cool.
I've seen that.
Great
I've
shot.
I
watched
watched it
golfers knock a
specifically for
drone
that.
right out of the air with a great
Yep.
line drive, just boom.
Yeah.
I like watching.
People have asked me, "Hey, get in front of me, and I'll take get a
No,
picture."
no, no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no,
"No
no, no,
freaking
no, no,
way."
no.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love watching the videos where someone's
try that.
flying the FPV drone and they're following either the golf ball or someone
Right.
shoots an arrow and they're
Trying
trying
that
to
would be
follow it.
fun.
That's super fun. But Bud, I have to ask you, being out in Illinois there in the country, do you have any areas that you go and fly at where you have to like do an unlock? Everything's
Nope.
open to 400 feet in your area? Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm 50 miles from Chicago. I'm Southwest. I don't go to the city because I don't want to get shot, and I don't want to get my car stolen. I don't want to get. But out here in rural Kendall County, I mean, I've never run into a problem.
No unlocking issues ever.
Never.
What are you
Oh,
doing,
Jim, we had a problem with that when we went to Alex Haggert's house. You couldn't get the
It took
Avada.
over a half hour. Over a half hour. I kept
Which is-
trying. I kept rebooting every device I had, reconnecting every device over and over again. Yeah.
Which is why,
Everyone else was up
gentlemen,
and flying. Everyone was up and flying.
Even Ray had a little delay there.
Yeah,
Ray
well,
Trammell.
Yeah,
So-
but he was out flying before me. I'm like,
Yeah,
I've
he
never
was.
had this problem before. It just wouldn't connect, you know?
number one, whenever I'm on a paid job, I always bring an Autel for that reason. And number
I think he's
No.
wobbling his leg, Maria. I think he's
it's important. If you have something, you cover it with something you know will work. And the second thing is, in the EU, DJI no longer has a geofence. It is the only product on the face of this earth that after you buy it, you have to get permission from the manufacturer to use it. Not your car, not your stove, not a gun, only DJI drones. And
Wow.
they did that to get into the good graces of many governments, and it didn't
Which
work.
worked.
So it
And
didn't
they're
work.
the best drones, though.
But
Best consumer drone out there.
what I think the best thing to do is
Mattel could argue, but
Oh, Michael's in the house. How you doing,
Whatever.
Michael?
I'd like to have an Autel.
it's great. They're
Right.
really good. I mean, everything you saw in
Ronnie?
that video with the sphere was an Autel.
Mm.
Okay.
oh, really?
Yes. Every
Oh, nice.
single.
Okay, so we didn't know that.
Okay. Well,
Well,
everyone
now-
assumes everything is DJI, and they are a
Yeah.
great company, and they have a lot of great engineering, and their photos are great, and their videos are great. But
They're just more expensive, and that's really the only difference.
no, but if you only have one competitor, you have no competitors, and that's another reason why. And Autels have Sony sensors and real glass. Since the Mavic 3, no drone that DJI puts out has real glass. It's a polycarbonate optical plastic, and it's certainly not better than glass. It may be close, but to save weight, they all use plastic, and Autels.
Yeah. You know
use
what
glass.
though? You know what
Saving
though,
weight
Jeff?
thing.
All that stuff is no good. Even the glass. I think the best thing is porcelain. You know the stuff that they make coffee mugs out of. So let's give away a coffee mug.
Segway.
Hashtag USDS in the chat for your chance to win a United States Drone Society coffee mug. As a matter of fact, too, I wanted to say, Cool Cap, Michael, I've gotten in contact with you before. Email me your address. Christian Prohaska said he wanted to help ship a mug out to you. So yeah, I don't think I think I told you to send me an email in another chat and you saw it, but I don't think I received an email yet. So, I didn't even start the timer. I didn't even start my time.
Oh no. Away we go.
There we go. Timer just started. Oh, it looks like we lost. Yeah, we did. We lost. Maria's gone.
Oh.
Oh. Ben said if he wins, he's donating it to Ted.
Hey.
Welcome back,
Oh,
Maria.
he's back.
Yeah, I looked down and I said, "Oh, one person's gone," and it was. I said,
Yes.
"Oh, yeah, welcome back."
It's always one.
Oh, I can only imagine what it would take to clean that mug, Bud. That, yeah, his. I don't know if you haven't seen Bud's coffee mug yet, it's something else.
I
we just-
finally cleaned mine.
Yeah, did we just lose someone else now? Who did we lose?
Yeah, must have been.
Yeah, that's weird. It looks like we lost one person. I don't know who it was. Oh, Bud. Yeah, there he is. Welcome back, Bud. I got 50 seconds left. I know we went like 2.5 minutes this time. Hey, what is going on? We are losing people now. And Jeff probably did that on purpose just to say, you know what?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. Oh. So we still got 31 people watching. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. I appreciate it.
Smash that like.
Yeah, we're losing people again. This is crazy. What's going on?
Solar flares.
Oh, anybody seen the moon yesterday and today? They looked incredible.
What is it? A beaver moon or what kind of moon is it?
I don't know what it is. They looked incredible both days. I thought it was nice. All right, I think that's good enough. I'm going to roll now. Good luck, everybody. We got 19 participants. Good luck.
I thought we had TV for a minute.
Yeah, so Gary, what do you
Well
want to
done,
do?
Gary.
You want to send it to the South Florida drone meet? What do you want to do, Gary? I will go back to the dynamic scene for now. See, this is how many people we lost and came back since we did that. Everybody but us three. That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're there.
Yeah, no, they're there, but they kicked them off the panel. I had to re-add them. But that just shows you we lost everybody there.
Ev Schmucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. EV Mucks booted everyone.
Yep.
EV Schmucks. They don't like it.
There you go.
Hey, interesting fact though. I didn't think I was going to make it home in time to start the show, and I said, you know what, let me go see if I can do it. I finally figured out how to get EV Muck's audio to work on the phone. You have to go in and change multiple settings, so it can be done. Because I did it, Dominic. You saw it. I was there earlier, right?
Yeah.
So yes, it can be done. It's just not so simple. It's real weird, but I finally figured it out. So I could run the show right from my phone. So if I decide I want to go out flying with the family, we could have one of those future shows. I'm gonna stick
Make sure you got a good connection though.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the normal format here, and not fundamentally change what we have left here. But when the new show starts, we can do that. I could go out and go fly and show you where I'm flying at and do things like that. It'd be really cool.
We could all go out and fly and have a flying show.
Paul, I gotta say, I have seen a few live video casts of people who were on the road trying to host it from the road.
Yeah.
And it was less than stellar. Where people in the the rest of the cast, they all come through fine, but the person hosting it, it's so latent. Latency sucks, and the frame rate sucks, and it's generally not really good because they're probably moving under a mobile, not Wi-Fi. So
I would only do it if I was going to be at a spot where I'd have a decent connection enough to do it. Because actually, it doesn't require much to run the show. I have to add everything from my computer onto the server, but everything is hosted on the server. So on the phone side, it's just a connection for the camera and the microphone, and whatever the simple command would be when I click a button to go to the next scene or whatever.
All the hard processing is done.
Yeah.
In between.
All right, well, we got very little time left, so we're going to go around and let everyone say what they want to say and promote what they want to promote. And tonight we'll start with Jim.
I got nothing tonight. Just nothing but happiness and love for everybody. And Maria, sorry about your incidences of late. I hope everything turns around. I'm sure it will. You're a pretty good-hearted person, putting everything out there, so I think it'll turn around for you. Paul, I'm sure your little minor temporary health setbacks are going to be just that, minor, temporary. You're making good progress, and we're rooting for you. Whatever the future brings, we're here for you. Everybody else, Bud, Jeff, Dom, Chris, everybody, y'all have a great time and keep it up in the air. And we will catch you next time.
All right, Jim. Thank you so much. I
Well
appreciate
said.
having you here this week, brother. I
Bye,
really
guys.
do. And bye, Karen.
Bye. Karen, they said bye. She's asleep.
Oh,
Oh,
all
Don't
right.
wake her.
We'll go with Jeff. And Jeff, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing us to share your video tonight. And I hope you had plenty of safe travels. And it was fun getting together with you last week. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Basically, I appreciate you putting it up there as well. Most importantly, just like I did with you, I think we should all just check on each other, just stay in touch. And texting or emails are not the same as actually at least speaking to someone on the phone and interacting with them, or going actually, knocking on their door and or saying, "Hey, let's go have a cup of coffee." And there is someone in the chat that I'm having a cup of coffee with this week, I believe. But yeah,
Ted.
be nice to each
Ted.
other. No,
Ted?
Ted and I.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah.
Ted. Huh?
So
Yeah,
yeah, just
say
be
hi
nice
from
to
us.
each other. You don't know what's going on in people's lives. Check on them and just be there for people, just to hang out and support. And I flew with a bunch of people that I haven't flown with in a couple months. On Saturday morning, I didn't even take my drone out of the car. I just wanted to hang out and say hi. And we did some photo and video experiments, which I'll talk about next week, I guess, because Paul and I discussed it. Some interesting stuff about Mavic 3s, and some of their other DJI drones. We did some extensive pixel peeping and testing, and you don't necessarily know what you're going to get, but I'm happy to share it with you next week. But thanks so much for having me. I'm glad everyone is okay. I wish Maria and Paul especially, but all of you guys have a good week, and treat
Absolutely.
yourselves well and treat other people well. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And, I had a fleeting thought in the very beginning of the show to ask you to remind me to discuss that, because I did briefly remember it at the beginning when you joined. And then I just totally forgot it. We went, over.
Time's up, man. It's 9:02. It's
Yeah,
good.
we had a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
You
And Bud.
Well, first of all, let's go back to Community Corner. The first one only had like 12 pictures, and the second one had like 11 pictures. So please pay attention to when Paul posts its Community Corner.
hmm
Share your pictures, please, because I mean, you guys take great pictures, and you make me get off my skinny ass and get out there and take pictures. So, um, Maria, I'm giving you a hug. Feel for you. Things will get better. I lost a good friend. We had his visitation Friday. That was a tough night. Um, but hey, fly safe, have fun. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah. And just a little hint at something that's going to be happening with the upcoming show. We are going to have show icons, and Bud's going to have a whiskey corner. And every week we're going to find out what's going on at Bud's Whiskey Corner. So if you want to be a show icon, we be part of the community, and we'll make it happen. So I think that should be interesting enough.
As
Thank you
you can
so
see
much,
it.
Bud. I appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it, Paul.
Have a great week. And Maria.
Show icon? Show icon. Make mine a music note. That'd
Yeah.
be cool. That'd be cool. No, I just want to say thank you guys for the all the kind words and kindness sent my way. It goes a lot farther than many will think, and it really does mean a lot to me. It's just been an absolutely terrible week, and there's only you can only go so far down into a hole before the only way to go is back up. So I'm working on that. So I just want to say thanks to everybody and keep playing.
All right, Maria, I appreciate you joining us tonight. I know it's probably not easy when you got so much going on, but it's good to know that we have people in this community that will reach out and get help from when you need
Yeah,
it the
sorry
most.
about all uppity and everything. It's just I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, no, you don't have to explain. I get it, and hopefully, maybe, I know that you're out of vehicle. There's no way to avoid that. I just think that, hopefully, as time progresses, your, journey to another vehicle won't be as difficult as it may seem. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for you.
So what I'm trying to do is tomorrow I'm going to go over to the credit union where the loan is through because I only owe like $2,600 left on the car. And I'm going to see if they can maybe refinance me up to the amount to get an engine replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because the car is worth about 6,200 way it is right now.
yeah.
So maybe crossing fingers.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you and hope it works out. But the important part was that you were with your mom in a time of
Yeah,
need. So it was good that you were together and that you were both were safe. So that's the
yeah,
important part.
yep.
Car's a car. I'm glad that we're not in memory of Maria Davis tonight. Let's just say that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that would
Yeah.
suck.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And yeah, if you need me, just give me a call. I'll be around.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great week, Maria. Well, try it at least.
Mhm.
All right, with that, we will give the floor to Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I really don't have much to say. I just, my condolences to Maria, and her family, and and I'm glad you're okay, Paul. You had a scare there. I'm just glad everything's all right now. But we're here for you anytime. And with me, I'm just hoping I get better soon so I can take my drone out, regardless if it's brown. There's no leaves on the trees. I want to hit some coastlines. Um, hopefully we can get together sometime this winter season, and I'll stop putting out some more videos, but until then, my hands got to heal right before I can do any extensive editing. But I put the pictures out there,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping everybody's gonna have a good Thanksgiving. My son's turning 21 this Friday coming up, so
Oh,
happy
congratulations. That's
birthday to
awesome.
him.
Wow, that's weird. Ben's birthday was Friday. Now your son's birthday is Friday. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next he's gonna be 21. I'm taking him out to Scotty's, give him
Ah.
his first drink, tell him that's the last drink, and yeah, we're gonna go sing some karaoke.
Hey,
So
listen, that's the way to do it. I think that any kid should go with his father and have his first drink. That's a good
mhm,
idea. I like that. You know, even with a fishing pole in hand would be even better. But we're in New
mhm,
Bedford. We ain't fishing yet.
we've done that, but I'm even gonna announce it when I get up there and sing a song. I'm gonna tell him, hey, it's his 21st birthday. Buy him a drink.
Oh, oh, you're starting trouble. Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
god. Yeah, yeah. Oh, listen, you
I
just
want him to have a good time.
yeah, get him home safe and provide a bucket, okay, and plenty of water.
Yeah,
Thank
but he's not a drinker anyway. He doesn't drink now. He doesn't smoke. He's against all that stuff. But for his 21st,
you.
he wants to have a little bit of fun. So
Yeah. All right. Well, Chris, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
mhm.
Yep. And Dominic.
Okay, I'd just like to thank everybody, and it's great that everybody has been um, healthy, and my condolences to everything that has happened to everybody. I can only get better from here. The only way is up. Just one topic that I'd want to discuss in the one of the videos. I wasn't sure which one it was. The photo that I took was actually of the Yang Yang River where we had the meetup. So just thought I'd add that context to you for you guys
Really cool. Yeah,
and
that's really
Maria.
cool. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. I really do appreciate it. Tonight, more than most, I want to stress the importance of mental health awareness with yourself.
Mhm.
If you're struggling, reach out and get help. It is a hell of a struggle sometimes on your own. And what was one of the factors that really helped kind of ground me in reality was the fact that there were other people within this community who suffer from the same condition and
Mhm.
were actually very supportive at that time. People that I weren't even aware of that were dealing with it, and it really just helped me say, okay, I can calm down about this, and that's important to me. I do want to mention that. I didn't mention it during the show except for the very beginning, but I got a text message from David McGoldrick from DGI, and the California DGI office had contacted him and asked him if he knew anybody who they should send the DGI corporate gift to, Christmas gift, and he recommended me. So DGI sending me a corporate gift package, and now when I get that package, I'm going to do what I love to do. I'm going to spread the wealth, and I'm going to do some giveaways. So I think if I can get it in time for the Christmas time, which should be right around the time of the last show, we'll have like that special. I think that the final contest, we're going to do some giveaway with that DJI stuff. I'm not sure what's going to be in there, but it's always exciting.
Hopefully, it's a Mavic 3.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice, right? But yeah, so that's going to be fun. So thank you, everybody. Stay tuned. I'll keep everybody updated and have a great week. And Benjamin's got something he wants to say tonight.
What's that, Ben?
Always be kind to everybody, even if they're being mean to you.
Positive outlook, buddy. Thank you so much. And you know what? I have a condition where I like to steal library books. I'm gonna have to get it checked out. Someone smack me before the show ends.
Are we there